All right, everybody, we're back here again. 6 albums in deep now to our Iron Maiden album review series and eventual ranking of their discography. But some more good news. In the last video, in the Power Slave album review I did, they had just dropped the new single, "The Writing on the Wall," and now they've even announced like the date of the album. It's supposed to be coming out like early September, which is not too far away. And they've showed the album cover and the name of the album, and man, that Samurai Eddie looks so freaking cool. So I'm super hyped for that, and it looks like with it coming out so soon, we may end up being able to cram it in here before reviewing all these others, and maybe it'll be able to get right into the ranking and not have to come back to it and review it. So pretty hyped for that. This will actually probably be the last video we do in this room right here. Gonna be out of this place here very soon, so I'll get in the new place. I'll get it all set up and probably more posters and stuff that I've had. It's kind of a bigger area, so I'll have more cool stuff on the wall, Anyways, yeah. So it may be this may be the last video for a week or so. Until I get all that stuff moved in, and but in the meantime, how do you follow up a masterpiece like Power Slave? You do it by making another masterpiece, and of course, that is Somewhere in Time. Man, another really cool album cover. You got all kinds of cool Easter eggs on there too. You've got like the first like that graffiti of like the first Eddie from the first album. You've got like it says Acacia, like Acacia Avenue, the song off Number of the Beast. And then on the back, there's a lot more too. You got like the pyramid from Power Slave back there. You've got Ancient Mariner Seafood Restaurant, from Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. All kinds of really cool stuff like that. But yeah, with that being said, this album, whenever it first came out, it didn't stir up a whole lot of controversy, but I guess it scared some people. A lot of people didn't like, when Judas Priest got some synthesizers and stuff, like on Turbo, and a lot of people didn't like that. So I guess maybe they were, and really, I think this came out before Turbo, didn't it? Yeah, I believe so. So I guess people just were wigging out thinking people were, selling out or something, or gonna go all soft or whatever, but no. It's really not the case at all. Still some really heavy stuff on here, and I think it adds the synthesizers add a really, really cool kind of tone and effect. And this album sounds like straight out of the future. Some of the best production these guys have done on any albums to date, I think, are this one and the one, the 7th album we'll talk about for the next time. But yeah, this, and in more recent years, it's a lot less controversial. Like you see this near the top of a lot of people's lists, which totally makes sense. But anyways, you open it up with Caught Somewhere in Time, and it just throws you right in. You feel like Eddie right there, you just throw right into this crazy dystopia with some super cool, man, I'm telling you, the tone of the guitars in this with that synthesizer effect is just so clean and crisp, and great way to open it up and let you know how this album's gonna be. Then you get the big hit off here, which is just a great song though. Wasted Years, really cool lyrics. Had a really cool video showing some past incarnations of Eddie and stuff like that, and some past tours and stuff. But really great song. I wouldn't say it's like with a lot of the hits that seem to happen from Maiden, at least. They're usually not my favorites off the albums by any means, but they're still great. And Wasted Years is one of those just really, really great songs. Has the iconic opening, little riff there that is just, it's a Maiden classic. Then you've got, oh man, this one's one of my favorites off here, The Hidden Gem, Sea of Madness. Probably my favorite off side 1, and maybe my favorite, one of my favorites off this album, period. And I'm talking, this thing is just, the prog elements you saw get turned up a lot in Power Slave. They're keeping that going. They are keeping that going, which I love. And you've got lengthier tracks on here and stuff. Sea of Madness, the vocal work for Bruce on that particular track is incredible. You've got the breakdown just gives you goosebumps. It's like that crisp, like clean guitar, and just, oh, I'm telling you, Adrian and Dave just tear it up. Then you've got Heaven Can Wait, another really cool one that I love the solo. This has some of Maiden's best solos, and it has, again, a big reason to do with just the guitar tone period on that. Really like the Powerslave guitar tone, this one, and Seventh Son, which all are rather different from the last, which is cool. There's some of like just my favorite guitar tones any band's ever done. So cool. But Heaven Can Wait, of course, it's a little repetitive, but other than that, I mean, it's just a great song. So yeah, that's side one for you. Then you've got, oh man, side two. You open it right on up with The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner. And that opens up with another really, really cool, riff. Steve Harris, the bass is always just jacked up on these albums, which I love, and he just kills it, and particularly on that track. And you get another really, really cool solo, and I like how that solo, or the intro to that kind of comes back, except gets sped up a little bit later on in the song. And during the breakdown, Bruce is just, tearing it up. Then you get, oh man, this may be the best one off here, Stranger in a Strange Land. The synth, that's some of the best utilization of the synth you have on this album. I'm telling you, like, during the verses, you just get like a very clean riff, and then the synth comes in. Oh my God. Absolutely love it. That's one of the best Maiden songs of all time, in my opinion. As you can see, like, all these tracks are heavy too. They're proggy, they're heavy, they're synthy. So, Maiden fans really, they had nothing to worry about. Like, if you're just getting into this band and they're like, oh man, but the synth, I don't know about that. No, you got nothing to worry about. You want to figure out exactly what you're going to be getting into. Listen to Stranger in a Strange Land, one of the most badass tracks Maiden's ever put out. Then you get Deja Vu, really fast, one of the faster ones on this album, I'd say. Not that the other ones aren't fast, but this one in particular is pretty damn fast. Really cool track. Then you end it with the epic Alexander the Great, one of the tracks they've actually never played live. Which, man, I'm liking how, they kind of started. Powerslave starts this little trend here, that ending it with them long tracks. With Rhyme the Ancient Mariner, then Alexander the Great, longest track on here. It's probably a good 8-minute track or whatever. Nowhere near as long as Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, but still, it's an epic, all right. And that is a great track. I do think it's actually not one of my favorites off here, though. Alexander the Great is, I understand, like, how awesome it is, especially, it's an epic track and all that, and I love all the time changes and cool stuff in it. But I just think a lot of tracks are quite a bit better than it, Sea of Madness and Stranger in a Strange Land, Loneliness, Long Distance Runner, Caught Somewhere in Time. Like, I would rank that pretty low as far as my favorite tracks go on this album. But I wouldn't say it's overrated or anything. That's just where, But anyways, guys, yeah, Somewhere in Time, you follow up that masterpiece of Powerslave with another one. Just they took a totally different direction with it. Love this album. And next time we'll be looking at the 7th album, which is aptly titled Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. And like I said, that may be a week, it may be a little bit longer in between releases because I got to get stuff moved and all that. But then once I get that done, we'll be right back and popping these reviews out like we normally do. But anyways, thanks guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this awesome album right here. Thanks.